Boxing Day. It's kind of a weird one now, isn't it? I know the friends down south, you guys don't really acknowledge Boxing Day. Or maybe you do, maybe you don't. That's fine. It's more of a UK Canadian thing. It's our version of it. It has been for a while. Our version of Black Friday, where you just go out before everything started to lock down. You go out and you get a TV for a couple $100, a massive fucking television for, nickels on the dollar, and it's just always low quality shit. And yeah, I used to enjoy going to do that until I realized that fuck, I really don't need all of this useless shit. But regardless, today is that day. So if you hear anything, just polite shoving and a whole bunch of people going, "Oh, sorry, buddy, I forgot to knock you over. Hopefully you didn't spill your double, eh?" If you hear a bunch of those stories that come out today, well, yeah, it's probably the first one in a while where people have participated in such mass shopping events. So if you had the opportunity to either go and visit your friends and family yesterday, or maybe you're taking that time because it's weird, because not normally you get these extended 3-day Christmas breaks, so maybe you're enjoying that additional day on the other side of Christmas to spend it with your family and your friends, regardless of their vaccination status, like many of the fearmonger out there is trying to tell you, okay? The WHO and stupid corrupt Tedros, who if you want to shut the guy up, just ask him something about Taiwan, and then he'll just immediately, go into his fucking Jodie Foster safe room. But he's telling you, oh, no, don't allow anybody in your house that isn't unvaccinated. Christmas is canceled. You can grieve later. Fuck off. Or you can be like Fauci. Tell unvaccinated family members not to show up at Christmas gatherings because everybody should be vaccinated and then vaccinated again. Fuck off. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Director. Why is he still that? Does anybody remember those emails that were released earlier in the year? No, just me. Okay. Said last Tuesday on MSNBC's The Beat. Cool. Things I would like to do to Fauci for 500. That considered the highly contagious Omicron variant of the COOF is spreading rapidly through the United States. But how many people are going to the hospital, though? How many people are dying? Oh, very few. Okay, cool. Through the United States, unvaccinated family members should not be asked to attend Christmas gatherings this year. So I hope you guys just skirted all of that stuff, and you weren't mask Nazis, you weren't vaccine Nazis, you weren't asking your friends and family to show your papers before showing up. Hopefully you just lived your life. No, I did. Guest host Alicia Mendez. You could have told me she was the full-time host. I have no idea what the fuck The Beat is. I don't even know what MSNBC is. What the fuck am I doing here? Dr. Fauci, you know very well there are people deciding whether they're going to get on planes to be with families for the holidays. No, I couldn't imagine living a life of luxury like that. What is your advice? Fauci said, just lock down and be afraid and send me more money. I'll tell you something different if you pay the golden price over emails. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Certainly, any kind of travel increases the risks, and continue to wear masks on planes in perpetuity forever. Don't worry. If you are careful and prudent, and you travel, you feel it's important, necessary travel, like seeing a member of the family you've not seen in a long time if you're vaccinated and boosted. And the people that you are visiting are vaccinated and boosted, you can get on a plane and travel. Oh, thank God you've given us guidance, because I couldn't make a decision before Fauci. And I can't even imagine making a decision after Fauci. That's just a pain that weighs too heavy on my mind. You can go on a plane and travel so long as you're prudent at the airport. Enough with the prudes, okay? And you should just probably put some more prunes in your diet, and hopefully you fall through your asshole and hang yourself. Menendez said, if someone in your family is not vaccinated, should you just kick them out and set their clothes on fire? Oh, I'm sorry. Should you ask them not to show up? Fauci said, yes, I would do that. And no, you won't. I will guarantee you will have a big gathering at your home, just like every other one of your fucking compatriots that are out there. You'll have a big gathering indoors around your table, no masks, not checking any vaccine status. I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, but don't be a hypocrite out in public. If it was up to Fauci, he would still have everybody fucking locked down, okay? And this was the same type of story I'm pretty sure I ran it Christmas Day last year, and we get to revisit it again because we're no further along, okay? And we got another study, sorry, out of the UK here. Lockdowns never prevent infection, only prolong the pandemic. Yep, exactly. Mental health decline is catastrophic, okay? Diabetes rates are up, okay? Mental health issues are up, depression, anxiety through the roof, all because we need to continue to lock down. And maybe some more decisions on that will be coming out tomorrow, especially with the UK. I've seen something earlier in the week in regards to that. It's not going to stop until you tell them that it's going to stop. Read into that how you will. Lockdowns never ultimately prevent infection and only serve to flatten the curve and thereby prolong the epidemic. A British medical professor has warned. Paul Hunter, professor at the University of East Anglia, said on angina. There's an L there. Said on December 21st that there is no need for a lockdown in the UK as the increase of the COVID cases appears to be slowing. No, we need circuit breaker lockdowns. These fucking 300-pound blue-haired ham beasts need more opportunity to stay at home with their 9 cats. He told the PA news agency that measures such as social distancing and lockdowns never ultimately prevent infection unless eradication is a possibility. And with the spread of a fucking virus, I'll give the devil its due, very contagious virus, that shit ain't gonna fucking happen. Unless everybody has literal acres to themselves. If everybody, at the end of this, if we all got 40 acres and a mule, we might be able to eradicate a lot of fucking diseases. But that shit ain't gonna fucking happen. What they do is flatten the curve and delay the inevitable, he said. Sometimes that is sufficient if the epidemic would overwhelm the health service, or if effective new treatments or vaccines are coming. No new treatment or vaccines are likely to come soon, so the issue is all about flattening the peak. But if you flatten the peak, you prolong the epidemic, or, as we say, the area under the curve remains the same. God, this guy, he's just speaking heresy. Let's continue. If restrictions are not needed, then they only would delay illness and prolong the impact on health services as well as other negative impacts that lockdown have on our well-being. According to Hunter, the latest data shows that total case numbers, including those with the Omicron variant, may already have plateaued or even peaked. No, continue to be scared. Come on, help us out with this. We're trying to sell a lot of pills. Indeed, infections numbers have fallen slightly in the past few days. Starting to turn Australian. I think I'll stop. Hunter told, not that Hunter, a good Hunter, told Times Radio that previously rapid increases in Omicron cases may have slowed quite dramatically. If that is the case, then there probably isn't a need for a lockdown. I don't think there's ever a need for a lockdown. UK government removed most of England's lockdown measures in July, but, big ol' but, it has tightened the pandemic-related restrictions again following the detection of Omicron variant. Why is that exactly? Yeah, that's about it. Under the government's Plan B measure, people have been asked to work at home if they can. Vaccine passports have been introduced after Boris Johnson said that he wouldn't be doing that, and then after, what's that little bald-headed asshole? The new health minister that took over from that lecherous Matt Hancock. God, I can't remember his name. Savage Javid. There it is. After he said that there's no need for vaccine passports, and then, yes, this one comes along, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, now we need them all of a sudden. You were just waiting. You were just waiting for another opportunity, you opportunistic dickheads. But yeah, no, it's effectively doing one thing, okay? It's flattening small businesses, it's flattening the entertainment and nightlife industry, that's for true. And a mask mandate has been enforced in most indoor settings, including cinemas and theaters, if they have even had the opportunity to reopen. Over the weekend, members of the government's Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies recommended more restrictions. Of course, we need more power, we need more fear. A fearing population, a scared population, is an easily controllable population. Professor Carl Hennigan, strong Scottish name, director of the Centre of Evidence-Based Medicine at Oxford University, warned on December 20th that government ministers have been focusing on worst-case scenarios of the COOF modelling and that the UK is at a serious risk of taking ourselves to annual lockdowns. Based sheep fucker. On December 20th, after a special 2-hour meeting of the cabinet, Prime Minister Boris Johnson said the government would keep the data under constant review hour by hour. That's a smart way to do things. Literally, anybody who tells you and advises you in making really big decisions tells you to just micromanage the data over and over again. Wait, no, it's the exact opposite. Fuck. But didn't implement further restrictions beyond Plan B. Cool. Wish your mother would have considered it at the time. He said his government wouldn't impose additional measures before it gets a clear idea about the rate of hospitalization, admissions associated with Omicron, and the effectiveness of the vaccines against it. That little end part of that sentence there and that end part of that statement, the effectiveness of vaccines, you can just use that and just wiggle it as much as you want in order to enforce new restrictions. That's why I've been on top of reporting on how hospitalizations just aren't happening, okay? And the focus of mainstream media has shifted once again from deaths and hospitalizations. Oh my God, Ron DeSantis is killing people. Don't you see the overwhelmed hospitals that are there in Florida? Talk to nurses and doctors in Florida. Yeah, no, there's no wave. No, there is. Shut up. We see the numbers. Mainstream media wouldn't lie to us. Now, all of a sudden, they're focusing on cases. Okay, well, what are the symptoms? How severe are the cases? There's more cases than ever. Okay, cool, shut up. And who is actually getting infected? Oh, the vaccinated people. Oh, right, cool. That's who's doing the heavy lifting. Okay, cool, but safe and effective, right? Yeah, no. So if there's more restrictions, probably things will be announced tomorrow. So if that happens, I'll be reporting on it because I want to keep on top of this type of stuff because I find it insane. But we got less news specific topics coming up next. It's funny, right? Because I recorded everything for yesterday, okay, like Christmas Day, yesterday, and I had a story where we had two smaller stories, okay, develop, and I bundled them together. Okay, obviously you're going to know that one was about that New York City police officer who got moved to transit in the hot little piece of ass. Oof, bad pictures, but she looks like a pretty bad bitch. And the one, yeah, and she's not facing any repercussions for her actions. That was bundled together with the next story, which, initially I had is two stories with very good endings because, yeah, it's a missing girl that was recovered before Christmas, but some crazy shit happened with that, and I had to go ahead and separate those stories out. So we're going to be talking about a missing girl in Utah who was found before Christmas and the crazy hearing that happened off the back of that, which prompted the split of the coverage. So with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.